Super quick, super cute, easy cards, part 2. Come on in.
Hello everybody, it's Julia Layered with Senior Susie Stamps, and today I wanted to go ahead and continue our little series on super quick, super cute cards that are easy to make and fun too. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to make the background today out of stencils and washi tape, and here's an example. So the stenciled background is there. I added a little ink behind my stamped sticker that I made. Hello, hello, hello is the washi tape that I mounted up on a piece of white paper and then put some foam behind it. I put just a little strip of paper on the inside of that one. Here's another one using a sticker this time. Embrace your inner flamingo. Now this one I added just a little bit of pearlescent acrylic paint in a spatter, and here's just some little stickers that I got on a clearance sale from Hobby Lobby several years ago, and again the inside. Here's number 3, just a little bit of washi tape, a couple of stickers. Go Discover Life. Very simple card, super cute, easy to make. And the final one is Get Well Sooner. Isn't that cheerful? I think it is. Again, washi tape, 3 little gems, a sticker from the Dollar Tree, and Get Well Sooner is an old Stampin' Up! Stamp that I've got. So let's get started. I pulled out some, I pulled out some stencils today and some ink. Let's see, I've got Balmy Blue, Summer Sun, and Highland Heather. Thought we'd use that. I've got some washi tape that may go with it. It may not, we never know. Let's get started and see what we can come up with on this one. Now I'm going to use my brush applicator here, and I've got a little piece of copy paper here that I'm going to rub off on. When I do this with my stencils, I don't want the entire pattern. I just want to come through in kind of a trail, if you will, so that there's darker spots and lighter spots, and then it kind of moves. And it gets a little organic and has kind of a life of its own that way. And you can't think about it too awful much. You just have to keep moving with it. And I don't worry about stamping off on my brush, because I like to have a little bit of dark spot here and there that pulls your eye around this image. I don't mind going over spots that I've already been, like this one. That just doesn't bother me at all. And I'm going to make 4 cards out of this piece, like I did that one. And I just want a little bit of every stencil in every card. Now I've got my soaking tray over here that has water in it and just a little bit of soap. So I'm going to stick that right in there, and it'll be soaking for us to clean up easy, easy peasy. I think I'll go to yellow next. And I think I will use this one. I haven't used that one in a long time. These particular stencils all came from It's a Colorful Life, or acolorfullifedesigns.com. This one's called Sud Stream. And it does kind of look like suds. And I like it. It just is an interesting stencil, especially for doing this kind of thing where you're just kind of abstract and having fun with it. Because the whole point to these cards is to be able to have some fun and just relax and create something. These are fun things to do if you have a day where your mojo is just kind of in low gear and would rather be in the Bahamas. Then kick it up a little bit and create some interesting cards this way. And don't think about it. don't think about stuff so much and don't worry about it, because it's all going to come together and be fine. Okay, this one's going in the soaker pan. I'm going to clean my little brush here. I've got a little ink on my hands. Imagine that. And let's go to this Highland Heather. I really, really like this color. I struggle with getting these new stamp pads open though. Let's see. I want kind of a geometric design. I think we'll use this one. It has a kind of a moving pattern. Let's try it and see. One thing about it, if you don't like it, it's a piece of paper and we can roll it right off into the bin and start again. This Highland Heather's a pretty strong color. A little stronger, I think, than what you really realize. So I'm not going to overdo it. But I do want some on all the pages. And I want to get some kind of over to the edge also, because we are going to trim these back to 3 3/4 to 5. And that'll give us just a little bit of extra piece to go on the inside, you know, like I finished those that I have just showed you. All right, I think that's enough. I believe that's plenty. I'm going to clean my little brush because I will be using it again to make kind of a halo back behind whatever focal point I end up with. I'm going to put this in the soaking tray so they're all over there now. Now I'm going to cut this piece into quarters. Let me get rid of these stencils and get them out of the road here. I got my sticker notebook out and pulled a few things that I thought kind of might go with these colors while I was pulling my washi tape out. So we'll see. Now I am going to cut this at 5.5 by 4 1/4 first. Not worrying about where it is that I'm cutting. I'm just cutting it in 1/4. I'm not trying to manipulate anything. So let's do this one first. I'm going to cut a 1/2 inch off. And I believe I'll cut it off of this end because there's not a whole lot going on down there. So it's going to be 5 by 3 3/4. And that cuts a 1/2 inch off of both sides. And it leaves this piece right here. So now I'm going to plan on a sticker. I am going to black the edge like I did on these because I do think it helps to lift the card front off the card base just a little bit. So I'm going to use my big black Sharpie on that and just drag it on the outside edge. You could do stitching, you could do foam tape up under it to give it a little bit of dimension. I just didn't feel like doing that today. And I find this black line just adds a little bit of dimension between the card itself and, I mean, the front and the base. I'm going to put this one on a top folding card. Just going to use my ATG gun and glue it down flat. But before I glue it down, I guess I might want to check and see if I'm going to put any washi tape on this one, because I've been kind of wrapping that washi tape around. My washi tape is just a little bit old and it may be just a tiny bit stale. Let's see how this one looks. It's got kind of a geometric design, which I think might be fun. Let's just see. I want to put that evenly here. So I'm using my grids on my cutting mat. May want to put another layer in just because we can. There. Now, of course, if I had done this before I glued the back with HEG, it would have been a little bit better, but I didn't, so that's okay. All's well that ends well, they say. All right, I'm going to put just a tiny touch more glue on that down here, just to be sure. Now, do we want it on the bottom or do we want it on the top? Let's put it on the bottom on this one. There. Now, I thought maybe some of these stickers would be fun. And I don't know. I saw this little peacock. And I was just kind of thinking that was fun, kind of fun and cute. So I'm going to use it. I'm going to put a little glue on this. I've had these stickers for a while in my stash. And so I kind of like to give them just a little bit of adhesive help sometimes. Let me get my tweezers. Here we go. I'll set that aside and let it dry and come back and put a sentiment on it in just a minute. But I do want to go ahead and put a little black edge around the outside of this piece that we're going to put on the inside. And I may put a strip of that washi tape on it also. Let's look and see. It's a good use of this paper to use that cut-off piece, and it just gives the inside of your card a little bit of continuity with the outside that way. It doesn't affect anything. You just have to move your sentiment over just a touch. All right, now let me see. I was going to show you all something. Let me find what I'm looking for here, and I have these stamps that I want to make you aware of. This is Making Memories brand, and it's called Express It. And there's all these little sentiments, just one word, maybe two words. And this one is a different brand. It's called Words and Crafts. Now, I got these on eBay, so that's where I would go and look for them. I'm sure they're available other places. This set is magnetic also, and it has a little block that you stick them to stamp. These are wonderful. I just can't tell you. For just little one word things like Go Discover Life. So I'm looking for maybe a hello or something on here, and I'll find it and be back in just a minute. Well, I decided I would pull out my big set. This has got, I swear, every word you ever need to make a card. And I'm pretty sure hello is in here somewhere. Let's hope it is. Oh, let me see. These are supposed to be in alphabetical order, and here's hello. Yay, I found it. All right, I'm just going to attach that to this one and stamp it on some plain white paper. Piece of scrap over here in VersaFine. If you ever get the chance to have a set of these stamps, get them, because I swear you will not regret it, and that's the truth of it. I'm going to go ahead and stamp a couple of them to have them on hand while I'm doing it. And then I just fussy cut these out. Let me cover my ink up. And this makes a really nice little quick thinking of you card. You can write on the inside of it. a little message, and it's over and done in just a matter of a few minutes. There we are. Now, that VersaFine is kind of a wet ink, so I'm going to make sure it's not wet still before I start moving it around on stuff and smear it. There we go. Bring this little guy back. And there we are. Card's done. Well, we could put some little yellow gems. I've got some out here somewhere. I think the yellow would be pretty on this. These gems I get from the Dollar Tree, and they're glued up with strips of adhesive. So I just cut them apart and use them that way because they're just really, really inexpensive. And I don't mind taking the time to cut them apart. It doesn't bother me at all. So there we are. Yay! One card done. Let's see. I'll clear off some of my mess here where I can see what I'm doing. And we'll go for another one. We're going to do exactly the same thing. We're going to cut a 1/2 inch off. And make it 5 by 3 3/4. I think I'll do this side. There we go. And then I think I'll do this one landscape. And I'm looking at maybe using Thankful on that. I'm going to black the edges on all of these. Now, let me glue that down to a base. I'm going to use a landscape top fold here. I think I'll do it this way. All right, I'm going to glue it down. I don't want any washi tape on this one, I don't think. If I do, I think I'll add it later. Because I'm wondering if that black and white that's there would be cute. Let me just see. I've done it again, haven't I? That's all right. I can wait on this one. There. So I'm thinking that this would be really cute on that. The word Thankful. Yep. But I want to do something else with my inks. And that is, I just want to put a cloud of ink back behind where that sentiment is going to go. To just kind of anchor it so that it doesn't look like it's just hanging out there by itself. And all you're doing is just creating a little cloudy shadow for whatever you're putting on top of that. Now let's just see. Oh, and this sticker doesn't have enough sticky on it. So, I'm going to add some glue. Sometimes when your stickers get old, the adhesive just kind of gives up the ghost. That's okay. That's what they make glue for. There. Now, let me see if I like this black on there. There's another card done. May go back and put some pink embellishments on that because it's got a little pink flower on it. Let me pull some pink ones out. I'm just going to do the same thing with 3 little embellishments. Just to give it just a little pop. That's all we need. There we are. There's number 2 done. Wait. Not done yet. Oh, gracious sakes. Here we go. Now we are done. And we can have our little note in there. This says what we're thankful for. There we go. So that's 2 cards. Let's see what we can do for the 3rd one. Maybe we can come up with something else. I'll put this ink away and pull the next one. I think we'll do this one next. Get my trimmer out. Three and 3/4 by 5. Well, I got my trimmer out. I'm going to do the other one. So there's 5 and 3 3/4. I'm going to do like black edge. On that first set of cards, I used a gray instead of the heather, and I liked it. I just thought it maybe needed just a little pop of more color than what it had. Got ink on my fingers. Did y'all see that? Let's do these. I'm going to put a piece of this washi tape on there. Because I think it has just a little too much white space there. I think we'll leave that. And I'd like to use this bird somehow because I just think he's cute. I'm using him. Well, let me glue it on my card first. But I'm using the bird. I've been looking at him all afternoon, wondering if we couldn't work him up on these cards because he's just so cute. Alright, I'm going to get another landscape card and do it top folding. And then I can set the bird. I use this little piece of washi tape that we put on to anchor the bird down. And I'm going to put yellow behind him. Where's my yellow ink? Make sure I've got. There we go. There. Now, and see how that little yellow halo Just really makes him stand out on that. I wonder if we could do this one too. There. And put a few yellow gems on him as well. Put this piece on the inside. And I need to trim it back just a little bit. There's card number 3. I wonder, I want to put just a little tiny piece of foam up underneath that end. You know, some of these commercial stickers really just don't have enough foam on them. See if I can stick that up in there with my handy dandy tweezers. There. Oh yes, that's much better. Good deal. Alright, let's look at card number 4. And I believe I'm going to do this one portrait style on a top folding card and try to use up some of these other embellishments in that group. I'm going to do, I think I'll do blue on this one and see. Well, no, because the sentiment has blue in it. I'll do yellow again. So I'm thinking about the butterfly, maybe kind of in there. And then the word wonderful, and I'll offset that. Okay. There. Let me know in the comments if you like these cards or not. I think they're cute and they're really, really simple to make. And I think it's a good way to kickstart your mojo. I know sometimes we just all get in a little bit of a funk. And we have to have some help getting started again. And that's okay. There's not a thing wrong with that. This one's got some decent foam underneath it, so I don't think we'll have to add to that. This one, I think I'd be better off to add a little bit more onto it. What's there is good and sticky though, I'll give it that. That's for sure. I try to buy stickers when I find them at Hobby Lobby off the clearance rack. And I keep them in a notebook in those heavy-duty sheet protectors so that they're just available to snatch and grab whenever I want one. There. I'm going to put a little the little strip on the inside, and I need to cut that back also. I have in that I think, if I'm not mistaken, the words "you are" in there somewhere. So I'm going to go and look for those and finish this card up by saying "you are wonderful." And so that's the plan here. I could have done the alphabet, just gone and got an alphabet set and done it that way, and that would have been great too. But I'm standing right here, and I've got my little magnetic guy right here, so I thought I would just use it this way. Oh, I've got a hair on it. There we go. There. Now, cut a couple of those out. You could colorize these, or you could print them on colored paper like I did the other one, and that would be great. But I think on this one there's so much going on in there that it might be nice to just have them on plain white. Yeah, I think I may have smeared that one, but I think it's going to be okay. There. Yeah, then. And then I'm just going to kind of stagger them that way. I'm going back and use my yellow gems again because they're right here handy. And they work with this card. And there's card, whoopsie, come back here. We don't want you on there. Well, I think I'll put that right here. There's card number 4, ready to roll on out. Let's look at them all again. There's the one we just finished. There's the birdie. Thankful. Hello. And then these first 4 that I had already done. Embrace your inner flamingo. Go discover life. Get well sooner. And hello, hello, hello. So I'll talk to you soon. Have a great week. Bye-bye, y'all.